Have you ever stopped to think about the purpose of your life? What if I told you that your purpose is right in front of you, waiting to be discovered? You might think that purpose is something grand, like changing the world or achieving something extraordinary. But what if it's closer, simpler than you imagine? This idea of purpose can seem mysterious, distant, almost impossible to define. After all, it's not something we learn in school or something someone just teaches us. On the contrary, it usually appears subtly, like a feeling, a calling that comes from within. Often we're so focused on looking outward, on external demands and expectations, that we don't realize that what we're looking for may be much closer than we think. So, if you're curious to understand how this purpose might show up in your life, stick with me. Let's go on this journey of discovery together. You know, many people go through life as if on autopilot. They wake up, go to work, come home, and repeat the same routine day after day. It feels like we're always busy with something, but deep down, there's a sense of emptiness, as if something important is missing. And this isn't just you, it's something many people feel. In the United States, in particular, where success and productivity are highly valued, this feeling of emptiness can be even more intense. Imagine, it's Monday morning and you're getting ready for work. You might even have a good job, a good salary, but something feels off. You might even ask yourself, why am I doing this? What does this really mean to me? And this feeling doesn't only show up at work. Sometimes it arises when you're alone at home after a busy day full of tasks, yet it feels like nothing meaningful came out of it. Life pressures us to follow a set pattern, you know? It's like there's a predetermined path. Study, get a good job, be productive, make money. All of this is important, of course. But at some point, the question, what's the purpose of all this, comes up. And that's when most of us get stuck. Because in reality, we were never taught to look for this answer within ourselves. Think about how many people live trying to meet expectations that aren't even their own. They pursue success, titles, recognition, but inside, they feel disconnected from themselves. Often, this emptiness grows precisely because of these comparisons to what others are doing. The feeling of not keeping up with the pace of social media, where everyone seems to be living inspiring and purpose-filled lives, can be overwhelming. The truth is, we're not alone in this search. Feeling lost is part of the human experience, and recognizing that something is incomplete is the first step in beginning to understand what truly matters to you. Now that we've looked at the problem, I want to show you that there is a way to handle this search for purpose. And believe me, it's simpler than it seems. So, why is it important to find our life's purpose? Well, imagine waking up with a sense of clarity, knowing that everything you do has a deeper meaning. When we find our purpose, each day feels more vibrant, more energetic. It doesn't mean that every day will be perfect, but even in challenging times, you feel an extra strength, a reason to keep going. It's interesting how, when we understand what truly matters to us, life seems to make more sense. That's one of the great benefits. Clarity. Clarity that helps you navigate life's ups and downs without losing your way. This is especially valuable when facing challenges. If you have a clear purpose, problems seem less intense because you know you're pursuing something greater than the difficulties of the moment. Another benefit of finding purpose is that it reduces that feeling of regret. When you live according to what you truly believe and value, you're more aligned with yourself. This makes it so, down the line, you look back and feel that you truly lived your life, not the life others wanted you to live. Mental health also improves significantly. People with purpose tend to cope better with stress and anxiety. They have an internal foundation, something that keeps them grounded even amid chaos. It's like an anchor, keeping you stable even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. And all of this starts with a simple yet powerful step: looking within to understand what truly makes sense for you. Up next, I'll show you how to do that. So, how do we find this purpose that seems so hard to define? The truth is, it isn't found in lists or ready-made formulas, but in something we all have access to: self-knowledge. Finding purpose isn't about seeking something outside. It's about discovering what's already inside us. It may sound simple, but this is the most transformative part. First, think about moments when you felt truly happy or fully absorbed in what you were doing, those times when time seemed to pass without you even noticing. These moments are clues. Often, we ignore or underestimate these experiences because we think purpose has to be something grand. But in reality, it can be in the small things, in what we naturally do well, and that brings us genuine joy. A great exercise is to consider what you would do even if you didn't get anything in return. It could be helping others, creating something, solving complex problems, connecting with nature. Each of us has little passions, activities that make our eyes light up. Purpose might be hidden right there, in those small passions, waiting to be recognized. Another way to understand your purpose is to reflect on your personal values. Ask yourself, what do I truly value in life? It could be freedom, creativity, honesty, family, personal growth, or even the desire to make an impact. When you know your values, you start to see what really matters to you and where it's worth investing your energy. Now, there is an important point: the impact you want to leave in the world. Maybe you want to make a difference in the lives of those around you, or maybe on a larger scale. This desire for impact is a key clue. Ask yourself, how do I want people to feel when they interact with me? What kind of mark do I want to leave in the world? This doesn't mean you need a giant project or a global cause. It just means having clarity about what you want to build around you. Let me share a short story to illustrate this. Think of someone who, for years, lived according to others' expectations, following a path that seemed right in everyone's eyes except their own. Maybe they were in a successful career, with stability, but without a spark in their eyes. Then, one day, they decided to listen to their heart. They allowed themselves to follow a new path, one that made them feel alive. This is the power of self-knowledge. It allows us to understand what truly fulfills us and to act accordingly. And here's the secret: your life purpose is something that evolves with you. It's not a fixed destination. As you grow, get to know yourself better, and experience new things, your purpose may take on new forms, and that's normal. It doesn't have to be just one thing or something defined forever. Just be willing to listen to your inner voice and take steps in the direction of what makes sense to you. Finally, avoid the temptation to compare yourself to others. Each person's purpose is unique, so comparing yourself only creates confusion. Each of us is on our own journey, and this diversity is what makes life so rich. If you can avoid these external distractions and focus on what truly resonates with you, you'll be on the right path. And now, with these ideas in mind, let's move to the final part. I want to leave you with one last reflection and an invitation to take the next step in this journey. The truth is, our life purpose isn't a destination, but a direction. It's something that gives meaning to our journey and transforms how we see the world and ourselves. And the more we allow ourselves to explore and discover who we are, the closer we get to what really matters. So from now on, I invite you to let go of the idea that purpose is something we need to achieve or gain. Instead, try to see it as a quest, a personal and unique journey, a process of reconnecting with what makes you feel alive, what moves you, and gives your days meaning. Ask yourself, what would I do without expecting applause? What makes my heart sing, even if others don't understand? Each answer is a step toward knowing yourself better and, little by little, moving closer to your purpose. If this reflection resonated with you, share it with someone else who may also be searching for these answers. Let's go on this journey of discovery together, sharing and learning from one another. And of course, comment below. What's the next step you'll take to get closer to your purpose? I can't wait to read what you have to say. And who knows, Start a conversation that might inspire others.